pick as we go into game number one. Oh, phew!
Well, off to a great start already as we're at the split screen there, and that's already a kill going to the hands of Ding on that Benedetta.
Excuse me. Whoa, that was that's level one. There's not much that he could have done to save you.
Yeah, I mean, who would think that the Benedetta would go mid first? You know, just to try and catch people off guard. And it forced out the flicker, but he still died. That's a very big commitment for BREN Esports because right now, mid lane is really, really weak. This is where NXPE can capitalize on the fact that few, for the next 2 minutes, cannot be aggressive.
Not only that, but I mean, you garner yourself that minor advantage, you know, for NXPE, and you play around with it, right? And like we mentioned, there's the two Petrifies. They use them there to grab that kill, it looks like. So, you know, at this point, NXPE is in a good position here already for this game one.
Oh.
Already, though, Few going to be in trouble again as he gets taken out by Goyong this time, mid lane.
Such a beautiful combo, you know, getting those links towards Valentina and then having that Karita follow up with the damage output. This is a Valentina, the first Valentina I've seen shot off this hard in the early game.
And here we were talking about how life might be hard for Super Marco and who's going to play in which role. Apparently, it was as simple as just burst down Few.
Not only that, I think NXPE was kind of offended by that key to victory, you know, with Few. Remind him why he's a legend. Well, right now, they're reminding Few here. He's 0-2 already 2 minutes into the game.
Say what you will about the accolades and the long tenure, the career, the legend that is Few, but hey, in-game, you're still just a hero, much like all of us, and look at this immaculate pull set in by Boyet.
Right now, NXPE in a good position to secure themselves the first turtle of the game. Two members of BREN are down on the bottom side. So this is just going to go freely in the hands of NXPE.
Commitment from Ding, just to zone away the XP laner and the jungler of BREN Esports. Kind of like what FlopDZ used to do with his Benedetta, but now he can't even do anything because, you know, it's hard to catch a Benedetta, especially with a lot of the mobilities on the side of NXPE. And there's also the threat that you don't see both the the Paramis and the Kadida. So BREN Esports kind of have to be safe on the early game, and you know, that netted an objective for NXPE.
And it looks like NXPE EVOS are coming to play. They're answering over to BREN Esports' pressure. In the past 2 minutes, Super Marco did nothing but chip away at that gold lane turret shield. And oh, there's a pull on Ogwin.
Yeah, Ogwin, you know, he's going to be the focus here a lot because still they're trying to focus him down, possibly even get that ultimate out here. They want to waste that time's journey. But the poke potential from Super Marco, obviously it's apparent here, even this early on. So there's going to be a lot of, I feel like, just babysitting right now for Super Marco to let him transition well into mid to late game.
Love the commitment from Doming. I don't want to fight you. I just want to be able to get the gold cannon just so that I can farm, you know. He knows his job. He knows that he needs to get his items. But, oh, look at this. Brusco.
Just like that. That's what we're talking about. The burst is there. Brusco, possibly, not even sure if he had to use the Petrify, but Time Journey was committed. They get the kill. Now they have the numbers advantage here on the bottom side. Still looking for more. Ogwin respawning there as well in the bush. Should be fine, and they back them off here. NXP happy with a kill.
It's a different answer that we're seeing here from NXPE. If there's a Time's Journey, then we just take out the Diggy. And this is a problem for Ogwin because right now, if you're the Diggy, what route do you choose to go? Do I go for damage or do I go for tank? Because I think Athena Shield is a requirement in this game.
Yep, if you're looking at a mid lane of Doming and Brusco, rather, Goyong and Brusco, Faramis and Kadira, again, in the first 2 minutes, Few suffered so much. Turtle already started up by NXPE EVOS.
All right, well, BREN wants to contest this one. They're going to force going back, but Boyet able to secure the turtle here. And everyone's just going to back off at that. Right now, NXPE in a great position so far into the game.
Really, really hard for BREN Esports to fight. Again, they don't have natural roam tank. They do have the Fredrin. However, NXPE, they're more than happy to commit to kill down the, to take down the jungler of BREN Esports because he is such an important factor in participating around these objective spots, especially around the turtle and Lord later on because he does have the retribution. So it's kind of hard and awkward for BREN Esports in choosing how they want to fight and what fights to take, because NXPE, when it comes to just putting them out the pressure against BREN Esports, they have the power to dictate that, because they're a much faster lineup, and remember, they still have the carry. So even if even if the early game goes south for NXPE, they have that fallback plan.
Look at how Goyong was putting himself up there earlier, about a second ago. He was down there bottom looking for a kill, and I guess even a simple Shadow Stampede, might be enough to force out the time.
Oh, well, that could have been bad here. Brusco not able to get the kill he wanted, but the burst is already there, right? And you can see it. But here, top side, still focusing. Flapteezy going to have to secure himself. This turret still up, but can't do it as he falls top side in a 2v1.
Ding should have died.
Yeah.
Ding should have died, but he didn't.
That was such a beautiful juggle between these two players, and also very good timing on the eye for an eye by Ding. And again, they get everything, while BREN Esports, they try to take to make a move on the bottom lane. Didn't work out, however, because they don't have the kit. Melissa is not a threat onto the tower right now, and even if you rotate the Fredrin towards the bottom lane, like, what do? How do you face against the carry with the protection of both the Paramis and the Kadira?
Oh, well, I mean, you can see just how much focus is going here on this gold lane by both teams. I mean, now it's 4 members of NXPE here. Meanwhile, the turtle's going to be worked on, it looks like, by BREN, as it's a 3 versus 1 top side. Boyette going to get focused out here. Turtle secured by Kyle TZ, but the turret goes in the hands of NXP at the bottom side.
That was a conscious trade for NXPE EVOS. They understood that best case scenario, we extend the turtle, we don't lose mid lane, and we push down bottom. Where do you go now, Super Marco?
Yep.
That's what I'm seeing. That's what the thought process is so far.
Instead of the objectives, they went for the gold lane, because they know they need to shut down this Melissa, and that was the willing choice of NXT. That was the will, basically, of the Tigers. And BREN Esports, like Super Marco, is having a hard time on this gold lane. And NXPE, they're making Boyette the sacrificial lamb. He is the dead lane hero right now. It's a Martis, How do you deal with a hero that can, bypass the CCs of BREN Esports and has enough mobility to get away?
And understand this concept. The dead lane is the jungle. All he needs are little camps, and then just walk away. Just as long as I don't die, I'm good.
Flap.
Well, Flap going to take the brunt of the burst here, but ultimately going to survive this one. Kyle TZ gets the knockups, and the taunts of Prazer's Wrath wasn't going to connect, though. Bottom side, though. Ding with Electro final blow, but BREN finally grabbing that tier 1 bottom side, looking for anything that they can to get that small step forward.
That's what I was going to say, man. Small steps, just get there, make sure Super Marco doesn't die too much, and find a place for him to farm. Looks like next spot for him, going to be mid.
Yep.
Focus here still. Quite a few members, both sides here. Ding going to look for an angle, gets backed off as he was spotted out by Flapteezy. And still, both teams holding on to those tier 1s in mid lane. It's really going to come down to who gets that down first, as that Lord is up here shortly.
Ooh, few footsies with Brusco.
Yeah, he's going to go ahead and just get that health back and back off for now. Like I said, a lot of poke and pull, push and pull between both teams. Lord going to be up in about 10 seconds. You can see both XP laners as well, just trying to manage the waves here before the next big objective comes up.
I mean, this is really ideal for BREN Esports, considering that you're now putting the pressure up against NXPE while Super Marco is farming. They have to choose their lanes, however, because Doming DR has been farming on this carry for a good 8 minutes. It's such a huge threat, even though we're just transitioning towards the mid game.
Okay, they get the flicker out from Ogwin. That was the conceal play coming out as well. Kyle TZ going to the backside, looking for anything he can find. Rough Waves comes out too. A lot here expended by both teams. Ding, though, going to take the brunt of the damage, has to back off as well. Keep an eye on Flapteezy. He enters the backside, looking for Goyong. He finds him. Able to grab the kill. Goyong down. And this could be a Lord in the hands of BREN.
Interesting. Something tells me Goyong did that on purpose. He respawned just about 2 or 3 seconds after. He has an ult. He has the flicker.
He's still looking for it. He's going to be making his way there. Just a couple seconds away. Lord going to reset here for a little bit.
Oof.
Again, BREN has to be careful how they approach this one. Purple buff going to be secured here for NXPE as they make their way for this dance. The fight, the Electro final blow comes out with the Petrify. Ding takes quite a bit of damage. The Lord still less than half health. Colt Altar already committed here. BREN with a minor upper hand. Who's going to be able to secure this Lord? Flap goes in. Super Marco with grab the kill. Still on the focus. Quite low here. There's the Cult Altar response from Few. It's going to come down to the Red 3 battle, and it's Boya that grabs it. But he has to flicker out too, still on the run, but Lord secured for NXPE.
Despite the fumble in the early part of that engagement, NXPE was lost bodies, but Boya just tunnel visioned on the Lord, and they took it anyways.
I mean, it was quite messy. NXPE, they wanted to fight. They committed the Cult Altar, but BREN Esports, they had the right idea. They disengaged. They knew for a fact that it's not time to fight, but Flapleasy, though, when the Lord knocked out 2 heroes, it almost completely, demolished the second HP of the Cult Altar, and he went in for the carry attempt kill. But it wasn't enough damage. With BREN Esports, they were able to hold their guard. But again, as you've said, Boyet was able to land that beautiful retribution timing to secure the Lord for NXPE.
And this all the more just amplifies the storyline of each role, each lane is going to matter. And there's a pull.
Okay, flicker in from Oakwin, looking to grab a kill here. Nice setup. Ding, can he help out in time? Everybody quite low. That's 3 down for NXPE. BREN collapsing hard, able to come out on top here of that fight.
This is definitely Few showing NXPE why he is a legend. Standing on the front lines, not even caring about his life. I'm not your target. Super Marco is. Try to commit onto my Valentina.
Oh,
And
wow.
look at this. Super Marco's going wild.
He didn't even press Inspire.
Yeah, he didn't even use it in
He
that.
was just standing there, auto-attacking.
That much of attack speed.
I mean, he didn't need inspiration from the skill. He was inspired by Few. Again, the Valentina standing his ground against NXP, not caring about his life at all. And remember, this is a Valentina. Higher levels give more sustain. And Few was able to land a lot of his skills, regain back more HP, and then it's, snowballing. This is the effect of the Valentina. He's now recovered in this game, and this is the threat of having a Valentina against his lineup of NXPE. You group up, more targets, more HPs to gain back.
Few has been here even before Season 1 of the MPL. What is a tough 2 minutes to start? What is just the 2 minutes? What is the early 2 deaths? Nothing. Few has helped claw BREN Esports back in this position, and now Ding can't do what he was doing earlier. Like, that's it. It's so much harder now for NXPE EVOS, and their lead, no more. What is that, 36 gold?
Yeah.
30 gold? I think that's what the system was trying to say.
I mean, even with all that being said, right? Yeah, Few had a hard early game. That veterancy is obviously playing a part here, and that's what's, like you said, Leo, it crawled them back into this game here. And now you're just having Super Marco. Super Marco, like I said too, was pretty much babysat in the early game by Ogwin, and actually that played dividends for them, because now we even saw it from just the auto attack, right? Super Marco is deadly here. So they're in a great position for this next Lord of the game. And NXP can still fight this. It's just they have to go about this. They have to find the angles they want to. And that's why they're parking Ding topside to push.
It's kind of awkward now for NXP that Ogwin hasn't even died after the initial take that NXP did on the early game.
Well, Brusco might be looking for an angle himself. Not going to be able to find it. Lord's still up here. Rough Waves comes out. Boyet again! Able to secure the Lord. Flapteasy falls here, but Super Marco still unleashing. It's only a 1-for-1, but NXPE with a Lord in their hands again.
Boyet, the smooth operator.
I mean, they're going to be happy with that. Again, Boyet, another retribution secured by NXPE. Lord is upon BREN Esports, but team fight is going to matter. However, again, it has cost them some issues. The time's journey coming up from Ogwin. Even though Flapteasy died, he was in the middle of that fight, was not able to land the bravest fighter on the right targets. BREN Esports, they still have a lot of kits on their arsenal. The amount of controls that Kyle TZ and Few have, the taunts and the fear, it's disrupting the fight for NXPE. But at this point, it's a stalemate, Anybody could win. It's a matter of execution. But again, as we mentioned, NXPE, right now, they're facing a lot of issues.
Yeah, short to say, BREN Esports, they can have their way. It's so much easier. For them, it's just 1 + 1 = 2. NXPE EVOS, the reason why they've only been walking away with stolen Lords is BREN Esports not making that approach so much easier for them. For them, it's more like 1 + 3 + X, find Y. But you will find it eventually. It's going to be there. It's just much harder to find.
Yeah, boy, it's the scientist.
Yeah.
I'll get there, don't worry.
Yes.
Flashbacks of college algebra.
I was thinking more like just geometry.
Geometry.
You know,
Simple math.
4th grade, bro.
Well, regardless of what math they're trying to solve here right now, you know, we called it a dead lane earlier, but man, Boyet's been like, you know what, it's, hey, if I have a dead lane in the jungle, it's completely fine. If I come in, swoop up with some clutch retributions, that's all I need right now.
Yeah, from dead laner to dead set on objectives. I will get that Lord no matter what.
Oh,
Ooh, the Athena shield.
Yeah.
Good thing it popped off.
Well, he's going to be able to survive for now. So, I mean, still, that's kind of what we're expecting, right? NXPE, they are going to be looking anytime they can, get numbers advantage or at least the resource advantage, right? Ultimate's down, especially like Time's Journey. We talked about it for quite a few minutes before we even jumped in the game. That's already an advantage. But still, they're going to have to do that again before that next Lord comes up.
Something to watch out for. Number 1, Super Marco is yet to die, right? So BREN Esports doing an amazing job of protecting their main core hero. Ding is in trouble. Oh, Lord.
He should be able to get out of this one. Hold on.
Oh,
It's 3 versus 1. Electro final blow comes out from Few. They're going to be hunting him down.
What?
Ding! How does he survive that?
Did he just eye for an eye and R for an eye?
He did. He even dodged the tail end of a bravest fighter.
The side steps on this guy. Ding.
Man, that's why I love seeing it. Anytime a Benedetta pops up, whatever player, team's playing him, it's always a beauty to see.
But I want to highlight this view, though. Didn't even commit the flicker. He knew that, this is not a good kill. Even if we get it, it doesn't put a lot of advantage to our side. I'll just reserve this flicker for the next Lord fight, which is going to be happening in just a bit. Oh,
Kyle TZ did get petrified, but not going to go down or anything here. Brusco not able to find the kill he was looking for. So now the Lord dance presumes here, still fighting for it as both teams want to get this advantage.
Look at the damage
It's
on
on
Ogwin.
the side of NXPE, but right now it's just going to reset.
Ogwin is throwing bombs, literally.
It's little pokes though, but it adds up. The longer this Lord gets drawn out, the more damage NXPE will receive from the golden egg.
I'm wondering what's up with Doming. We've seen Marco pop off, no doubt. This Melissa is ready to go, but where's Doming at right now?
I mean, it's hard. If you're playing a carry, you're waiting for the called order coming out from View, which is also a big factor as to why NXP find it really hard to fight into BREN Esports. Because every single time, View, if he sees the promise, he always copies the cult altar, and it gives an instant reset for BREN Esports. And the Time's Journey and Cult Altar is such a great kit against carry.
Zangle.
Yeah, they're still going to be looking for it. Also, Ding waiting on the backside. Could be looking to crash down here from BREN from
Ouch.
a bad angle for them. But look at the poke to Ogwin. Still, Lord going to reset. Ding still in position. Might find it in the bush. The burst is there. Ogwin going to be in trouble. Flickers out. But it's Ding that finds the kill. Trying to cut them off the best he can. Can he get Super Marco? He does. Ding with a double, but on the backside, Kyle TZ grabbing a kill for himself. It's a 2 for 2. Make it 3. BREN finding another kill. Boyet falls, and Ding still trying to find a moment himself in the mid lane.
As much as NXPE Evos put on the board there, they threatened the Lord take, could have wiped out BREN Esports. It seems like in the most significant time, they decided against both, and they got neither.
Well, right now, they're going to be looking to get this Lord here. BREN, good position, but can Ding do anything about it? Trying to stall out the best he can. Electo final blow going to be committed. A few in trouble here. Half health. Looking for an angle himself. Lord now a fourth of the health here. Still going to be focused. Kyle TZ should be able to get it. He does. Securing the Lord here for BREN. Now making their way. Presence known with TZ in the mid lane. Going to push them back for now.
This is becoming a problem now for the NXPE. Flat, Easy, and Few on the back lines. They don't let Doming play his game. Yes, Ding did have an amazing outplay against both heroes on the side of BREN Esports. I think that was Ogwin and Super Marco himself. First time, he dies, but BREN Esports, they retaliated. Few was like, nah, dude, you're dead. I'm just going to stand on the front lines, try to fight the carry because I have Flap TZ with me. And NXPE was not in fighting shape at that moment because they didn't have that Petrify coming out from the Benedetta.
Which is again made possible by BREN Esports' new age TZ brothers, right? Flap and Kyle just split up the NXPE EVOS lineup. Goyong is having a hard time popping that called altar. It's so hard to be Goyong right now. I feel for him. I see him, and he's trapped between a rock and a hard place. He's like, oh, he can't get the ult. It's no use. If anything, Few has better called altars this game.
Yeah, I could say the same, right? I mean, he's had those moments for them, and right now, I feel like BREN, you know, with that being the lore that they took here, they're happy with that inhibitor turret going down. They get the tier 2 as well, and now they're just fighting for space and position here. NXPE doesn't want to give anything up, though, if they can help it, but right now, Ding, like the final blow, gonna come out. Flap, TZ did flicker in, still the back and forth. There's the time's journey. Brusco can't get the kill he's looking for as he falls. Super Marco adding another one to the list. Still going under the turret. Unleashing here. Ding trying to find anything he can. Cult Altar comes out. And they hold on for a little bit longer.
Again, whenever they see the Cult Altar come out from NXPE, BREN is like, disperse. No clash whatsoever. No extension. We just back off. And that discipline alone, that veterancy is what is allowing BREN Esports to have this amazing control over the team fight of NXPE. And at this point, it feels like playing against two Lapu-Lapus. Even Pew is playing really aggressively.
I mean, right now, look at that. Where is Domeng? He's flickering out. He hasn't had any space at all to work with here. 21 minutes in the game. I feel like, you know, BREN has had the answer to this carry pick as well.
And that's why I keep wondering, like, where's Domeng at? Most carries that are successful in the MPL shred more than a Melissa. The Melissa holds on to that Inspire. That's the only reason why she would match up in damage output. But the way BREN has played and cornered Domeng in this position, it's masterful.
Yeah, I mean, we did see Domeng dominate with the carry last week, but at BREN Esports, they're playing a different ball game right now. Again, the frontliners are just disrespecting the carry at this moment. Few walking over the front lines, having that Cult Altar as backup. The NXPE, they don't want to commit, they don't want to fight, because if they do fight Few, imagine playing into a hero that regains his HP back and also has his own Cult Altar. You're not gonna commit into that. And then suddenly Flap Easy just flickers in.
Midnight, are you saying there's more than just two frontliners? Even Few counts as one, Boyet!
Right now, this is going to go in the hands of BREN if they can. Oh! Yet! How does he do it? Able to scare another Lord, but can they survive long enough from the damage output from Super Marco? No, they can't. So despite getting the Lord again, BREN might push this one in for a win.
One cannon, though, for BREN Esports. One minion cannon.
Oh, and Lord comes out. So that's at least some deterrence.
Yeah, but 40 seconds.
That's a long time here.
40 seconds.
They're going to push him back. The Lord's going to go down here in just a second. Kyle TZ doing exactly what he needs to do. What a move. Able to get the kill with the Appraisal's Wrath. And that's going to be it there as BREN Esports takes game one.
Valiant effort by NXPE EVOS in this first game, but BREN Esports had it figured out. Never let go, despite Lords being stolen away by the smooth operator, Boyet. Just wasn't going to be enough to beat BREN.
Coach Ducky smiling right now. They won with a diggy, but man, oh man, what a masterful performance, masterclass even, performance coming out from